Okay, we are now going to learn how to predict products. So if you turn to page 8 of your book of fun, you will notice a whole list of reactants. Those are the things that we're starting with, but notice how I have my arrow, but I don't give you the products. It's because you are going to predict the products. One thing that you do need to remember is in your compounds, these guys have you always have a positive and a negatively charged thing. So one thing to remember is you will never have two metals that will bond together in a compound. You always need a metal and a non-metal. So the easiest way to think about it is flip-flop your metals. Okay, so if we look at this first one here, we have sodium plus iron bromine. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this sodium and this iron are actually going to flip-flop. Okay, so I'm going to come over here with have sodium and bromine together and then iron. All they did was flip-flop places. Now here's the most important part is you now need to make sure that that sodium and bromine, that formula is written correctly. So if I look at sodium, sodium's a +1 charge, bromine is a -1. So doing my switcheroo, it does become NaBr. And then plus, since iron is all by itself, we just write the symbol Fe. We go to number 2. Let's do this one. My metals are going to flip-flop. In this case, if we look over here in H2SO4, I technically don't have a metal. But remember, hydrogen actually has a +1 charge. So this and sodium are just going to flip-flop places. So sodium is going to hook up with SO4, and hydrogen is going to hook up with this OH. Now we have to double check our charges and do the switcheroo. Sodium has a charge of +1. Sulfate is a charge of -2. Doing the switcheroo, this becomes Na2SO4. Then plus, this hydrogen is +1. This OH was my package and a charge of -1. So we get HOH. When you're predicting products, you have to make sure that you write the formula correctly, because then I'm going to ask you to balance the equation. If you don't have the formulas written correctly, it's going to be next to impossible for you to actually balance the equation. So it is extremely important that you remember that you write the charges and do the switcheroo then.